Hi there guys, nice to be with you all again today. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to all of you who have written in to tell us you've been inspired by the videos. Thanks for letting us post them on your wall. Thanks for letting others see them too. Encourage as many people as possible to join us to hear the words of Jesus. If you want a wee shout out, let me know. I've got 6 names today that have asked to be mentioned: Craig and Joseph, Chloe and Louise, Stephanie and Julia. Thinking and praying for all of you today. I hope you enjoy the video. We're studying today in Mark chapter 3. You'll remember yesterday we had Jesus being pressurized by the crowds because he was healing so many people, and he asked the disciples to have a little boat ready so that he could withdraw a little way from the shore on the water to avoid being crushed by the crowds. I promised yesterday that I'd tell you one of Jesus' stories that he taught from the boat. Jesus said to the people on the shore, as he spoke to them in stories, he said, "Listen to this. A farmer went out to sow his seed." Now, of course, this was the olden days when the farmer had a big basket and he walked scattering the seed as he walked the length of his ploughed field. Jesus said a farmer went out to sow the seed, and as he sowed the seed, some fell on the road, the hard ground. Of course, the seed would just have bounced on top of that. And Jesus said the birds came and they gobbled it up so that there was nothing left to grow. Then said Jesus, other seed fell in the gravel, and it sprung up. For a little while it looked good, but the roots couldn't get down. And so after a while, when the sun came up, it just withered away because there was no depth, and it was dead. Then said Jesus, other seed, as the farmer sowed, other seed fell among the weeds, and it grew up, but so did the weeds. And the weeds just strangled it and choked it, so the little stalks of grain couldn't survive, and they died eventually as well. Then said Jesus, other seed that the farmer sowed fell in the good soil, and it grew up into a fine crop, more than the farmer ever dreamed would be possible. Afterwards, when Jesus was alone with his disciples, they asked him, "Why do you tell stories to the people?" And Jesus said, "Well, you guys understand more about the kingdom than the ordinary people do. They don't understand, so I have to make it simple for them. And I have to tell these little stories that will nudge them in the right direction, the direction of the truth." The disciples said, "Well, tell us, explain what this story means." Jesus said, the farmer sowing, it's a picture of God sowing his precious seed in people's hearts. Some people, said Jesus, their hearts are hard. So when they hear the message about God's kingdom, it means absolutely nothing. And Satan comes quickly. Satan's like the birds. Satan catches it away so that there's nothing that can grow. And other people, they're like the seed sown in the gravel. They hear the message, the good news, about me, how they can have a new life, and they say, yes, yes, Jesus for me. And they look as if they really believe. But Jesus said they only last a little while. It's just an emotional thing, you know. Just the mood of the moment. He said after a little while, when things get a wee bit tough, they just give up. And there's nothing more in their lives for God. And then the seed that fell among the weeds, well, that's like some people, they hear the message, the good news about me, and they seem to believe, and they go on for a while, but Jesus says after a time, the cares of this life, the worries, the pressures, the stress, all come creeping in. You know, they're worried about their exams, they're worried about getting to their parties and having their drinks and having a good time and getting a job and keeping a job, and later on getting married, and the children come along, and there's never any time for God, and life goes on, the pressures all come crowding in, and there's nothing, the seed just gets crushed, the little plants die, and there's nothing left for God in their lives. But, said Jesus, other people, they hear the message and they believe and they let me change their lives, and they go on and they get stronger and stronger, and they never give up. And they are the people that God gives them more than their wildest dreams could ever have imagined. And of course, guys, we have to ask ourselves, which of those hearts, because it's all about the heart, which of those hearts are ours? Is mine the hard heart, where the seed, the message just bounces off and Jesus means absolutely nothing to us and Satan steals it away? These words that I'm speaking to you, the devil will just take them all away and there'll be nothing left. Or maybe you're the kind of guy that says, yes, 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 I'll believe in Jesus, but you know, it only lasts a little while, and then you're on to the next craze or the next fad. Or are you the person who says, yes, yes, I'll believe, but then eventually all the pressures and cares and worries of life will come creeping in, and you'll be more concerned about just getting by and having a good time than having anything in your life for God? Or are you the real Christian, the person that believes with all his heart, lets God change him, lives a new life of love and joy and peace, and everybody can see that you're different because you're living for God, you're living for Jesus, and you're living to help other people? Well, guys, this is the little story that Jesus told of the farmer sowing the seed. I wonder what this little story means to you today. Think about it. Trixie and I love you all very, very much. And our prayer for you is that you'll come to know Jesus and believe with all your heart and receive all the good things from God beyond your wildest dreams. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. God bless you.
Worthy is the Lamb who was slain. Holy, holy is He. Sing a new song to Him who sits on